Trump administration is now pushing to create the Office of Remigration. That might sound like a normal administrative action. It's anything but. This is a far-right policy rooted in neo-Nazi ideology. The goal is disturbing: to not only deport undocumented migrants, but legal ones, as well as naturalized citizens who haven't assimilated, meaning that they don't speak fluent English or just don't fit in. And if you hear that and think, oh, well, that's just hyperbolic, that's impossible, that'll never happen here, let me just remind you, this isn't new. In Donald Trump's first administration, his DHS warped what was once a legitimate look into 858 individuals who had obtained citizenship despite having been previously deported into what was called Operation Janus, and then expanded it into Operation Second Look, which searched for any little minor error that they could use to claim fraud and denaturalize citizens. As a result, his presidency denaturalized citizens at a higher rate than any other. For those who don't know, remigration is a term coined by white nationalists in Europe. It means mass deportations to preserve a white ethnostate. And now it's here. Well, it's been here, but we won't get into that. Up until now, his administration hasn't mentioned the word remigration, but he did echo support for this ideology on X before even taking office. He posted this on his X account. You can pause to read, but you can see right down here, also known as remigration. Now, his advisor, Stephen Miller, who is the author of some of the cruelest immigration policies this administration has ever created, quickly retweeted this and said, the Trump plan to end the invasion of small-town America, remigration. A 136-page State Department document shows plans to coordinate with DHS to push voluntary returns, a key goal of remigration. But this isn't voluntary. This is coercion. The goal is to end multiculturalism, which these people see as a threat. Martin Sellner is behind this global ideology. He is a known Austrian neo-Nazi, and he has praised Donald Trump for taking steps out of his remigration plan, like cutting aid, closing borders, canceling family reunification, and giving incentives to migrants to leave, even though he didn't keep his word on that one. Even though the State Department under Trump hadn't used the term remigration up until this point, Trump's policies match a 30-year plan that Stellner himself laid out to purge Western societies of migrants, even legal ones. Stellner's plan has 3 phases. Phase 1 is called the immediate stabilization of asylum chaos. The goal here is to stop the invasion. Sound familiar? Donald Trump himself invoked the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, claiming that a Venezuelan gang was invading the United States. Phase 1 of his plans include ending family reunification, cutting humanitarian aid, as well as offering money for people to self-deport. All of these policies Donald Trump himself have already pushed for. In fact, his administration is offering $1,000 to migrants who self-deport via the CBP app, but he's not paying up. Phase 2 includes legal migrants, those with work permits, visas, even green cards are included if they are deemed a criminal, economic, or cultural burden. And finally, phase 3 of Sellner's plan includes targeting naturalized citizens who are non-assimilated. His plan calls for laws that pressure them to leave through economic and cultural isolation, as well as loans and other incentives to get out. Stellner goes on to claim that this will help heal the wounds of multiculturalism. 6 congressional committees have received notification of the administration wanting to create the Office of Remigration. They have until July 1st to approve it. You need to be calling your Congress members. This isn't a random policy shift. This is a quiet rollout of a decades-long nationalist plan with terrifying real-world implications. Let's be clear, this was never about jobs. AI and robots are taking your jobs, not the migrants. It was never about crime. Trump is the 34-time convicted felon who keeps pardoning other felons. It's not about the wages. Hell, they won't even raise the minimum wage for citizens. And it's not about protecting human beings from labor. Trump's billionaire oligarchs, a lot of whom are in his administration, benefit from labor in other countries. This is about whiteness, about supremacy. The didn't disappear. They simply put on a suit and tie and ran for office. And now the question becomes, whose side are you on? Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you're following on this and other platforms, which you can find in my bio. And as always, Foxtrot Delta Tango, motherfucker.